Hey guys, I'm Joe. Welcome to my channel. I'm that 1320 chick, and I wanted to show you guys what it was like to install my lightweight Anderson Composite fiberglass doors. And before you ask why didn't I get carbon fiber, I will show you that the difference between the weight on them was 0.1 of a pound. So they are listed on their website as 14.7 pounds undressed for carbon and 14.8 for the fiberglass. So I figured with building 2 race cars this year, well, maintaining mine and building Brian's and finishing it, we need to save money where it's possible, so they were a little less expensive, and I'll show you guys the prices at the end. But we did fully dress them, and I'm going to show you guys how we did it. You start off by taking all the bolts on the outside of the door and then working your way onto the inside, taking the door panel off. I had Brian do this part because it scares me, honestly. Started taking some of the screws off the door handles, and then you get yourself into the window, and then you take the door off. And mine says Merry Christmas on it because we did plan on going to Cletus's Christmas tree race again this year, but unfortunately with the way our vacation time worked out, we weren't able to. So we still decorated it, or had it decorated, and took some photos. But here's me driving the car.
I was saying, you don't got a mirror.
I don't got a rear view mirror or a side mirror.
You gotta stick your head out and look like you're a real race car driver now. Be ready for the cold.
Brian wasn't really having it with me today, but I insisted on driving the car without the door, and here I am knowing that I'm a little bit of a shithead. And then we came back in and took the foam and all the packaging out of the door to get it reset to put it back on the car. The Anderson Composite doors are fantastic. They are such an amazing quality, and again, some of this does say that a little bit of body work is required, so some of the holes needed to be enlarged, and then everything else fit back in pretty perfectly, if I had to say so myself. We're very happy with it. The only downside here was some of the moldings did not fit in these holes, so we ended up having to go to Harbor Freight and getting a little bit larger body clips, but very easy. Again, there was a little bit of fab work that needed to be done, just some sanding here that didn't take us too long. We did throw these masks on. We know they're not the proper ones for fiberglass work, but we did figure it was better than nothing. We have the different clips from Harbor Freight and us just putting the moldings back together. After we enlarged the holes and changed the clips, everything went together very seamlessly. This is the door after we put everything in on the floor and then put it on the car. It was very light, so I don't know why both of us were carrying it, but it was very easy to handle. This is Brian shaving out the door handle a little bit because the OEM handle didn't fit perfectly, but again, not very hard to fix. It took us 2 minutes. So this is me. I love messing with Brian. I'm getting all the fiberglass off him. I'm sure that there was a more proper, better way to do this, but why not just vacuum him up, because I was vacuuming up the rest of the area. Then it was time to put the window track back in, and Brian and I put all the moldings back on and plugged everything in. So there went the glass. We tried it first, went back and forth, tried all the other regulators, and made sure before we put the door back together completely and all the moldings. I know that sounds self-explanatory, but for someone who hasn't done it before, we wanted to make sure that the glass went up and everything was good to go. So we just made sure everything was plugged in, and we're really excited about how they turned out. These are some of the questions I got when I posted the doors on Instagram, so I wanted to go over some of them, and if you have more, please comment. We'd love to go over them. So basically the handle and the mirror went back completely. We decided to fully dress them, and my thought process on dressing them was, I'm gonna get flamed, but it's still street car to me. So I didn't want to lose all the the creature comforts yet of what the car had. So I wanted to hear, a lot of people wanted to hear what it sounds like. So pretty much sounds normal. You can tell that it's lighter, but otherwise, like, everything went back in. I would definitely say that this project was a 7 out of 10 on the hardness scale, and I only say that because it did require some body work. Anderson Composite does put that on their website that it will take a little bit. So if you don't really want to have to do any body work, then I would definitely opt in to get the carbon fiber ones, but for us this wasn't too hard to do. So I'm going to show you guys the window, and everything still works. So up. Still drops down. And then we've been told by others that have these that you should probably just leave the door leave the glass like that, not completely drop down, but we have done it and it comes right back up. So we're really excited about these. I'm really happy with how they turned out. We just re-wrapped them. I know you guys probably should say I should paint them. I know that that's the correct way to do it, but when you're skimping a little bit building 2 race cars, you gotta cut corners. And I haven't really decided. I would love to paint the car silver one day, so didn't really want to spend the money on painting them. I'm sorry, paint the car teal. So I didn't really want to spend the money on painting the doors, but I was going to show you guys. You may have noticed with me moving around, I did get new welds. I'm really excited about these. I'm going to go over us mounting them. These are my first time having bead locks, so we're going to go over that. And the car also got a new look. Little snippet of the new hood. Really excited about it. I'll go in more depth on this next time, but we're gonna wrap it. It's just kind of sitting on here right now. It's hanging, but I haven't really decided on what I want to do with it totally yet as far as wrap and aesthetic. But this is the Cobra Jet hood. I also got it from Anderson, well, Ford Performance. Capaldi ordered it for me, Capaldi Racing, because they work with Ford Performance, and it had to get ordered and to hold the debacle for another video.
It is Anderson though, right?
It is Anderson, yep, and this is actually carbon. So yeah, I know it seems a little backward to get fiberglass, but this hood was only offered in carbon, and I've literally wanted this hood since I bought the car. So after 3 years of waiting, I finally decided to splurge and get it. So thank you, Capaldi, for ordering that for me. I really appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Sorry the video was late this week. Last week was my birthday, so we kind of didn't really do any adulting. So really excited about this season, and we're gonna give you guys a door update on Brian's car really quick, and stay tuned for that, and check you guys out next week.
So like when it actually sits, it'll probably sit completely under the seal level, right?
I mean, it is pretty even with it, so it's not too bad, but
yeah, but
it will go down.
That's why I haven't really messed with it, because like I was saying, I wanted to, like on the door that I had, I want to make sure it was sitting exactly where it was going to before I really cleaned this up, because why take the time to do it if I'm just going to have to redo it anyway.
True.
So.
How far are you on the other door panel, would you say?
The other door panel is probably 75%.
Okay.